Friends, in this video, I'm going to talk about migration, both internal and external migrations. First of all, migration is a process when the people they went out of their place because of some natural disaster or because of the climate change, because of the war, because of the poverty, and there could be the many reasons behind the people displaced from their original place to the some other places. In this video, I will be covering the three kind of migration, the migration which are led by the three major problem that the people face which led to the migration. The first thing will be the climate change, and the second thing will be the poverty, and third thing will be the war, or maybe any military, any war conflict that is happening in the any part. So starting from the climate change, climate change is contributing a lion's share when it comes to the people who are migrated. Every month, every year, we come across the news where the flood is happening, landslide happens, tsunami, cyclone are coming, wildfire is happening, and natural disaster with lightning, with earthquake. These incidents become very common nowadays, and in frequency of such instances has drastically increased over the last few decades. It is just because the climate is changing, and it is showing its repercussions on the people, and that is quite unbearable for the people like us. So as per data, 2022 there were around the 32 million people who got internally displaced because of the climate change, and estimate is saying that by the 2050 this number will be more than 1.2 billion dollar, which will call climate or climate refugee. There's a term that is given to it. And talking about India, in India there were around 25 lakh people who got displaced, and by the year 2050 this number will be touching around 45 million. That is of another level. As per the report, because of sea level is constantly rising, many city and land is submerging into the water, and as per report, by 2050 there will be around in coming time, because of the sea level rise, in India and Bangladesh combined, there will be the more than 120 million people, they will be the homeless. That is really something which is forcing a huge amount of the migration. So climate change is one of the main reasons why the migration is happening. We witnessed in this decades a lot of cyclone. In 2020 there was a cyclone Amphan, and in 2023 there was a Geopard, and in 2024 most recently we are having cyclone Dana, which has hit the Gujarat, West Bengal coast of our country. That we have seen that how people got displaced, and many people permanently shipped to the other place. So this is very concerning thing for us. So solution of this is to ensure that we are adopting the sustainable solution of our day-to-day requirements, so the climate is not negatively impacted. Now talking about the second kind of second type of migration that is happening due to, that is a poverty. Poverty is a big problem that especially the global south is facing. The first of all, talking about India, inflation has touched around 6%, unemployment is around the 7% in our country, and many people, mostly from the rural area, they prefer to go to the city, make settlement there, to earn there, because earning is there more in city, and along with earning they are having the more opportunity, they get high wage, they get more opportunity to work, and the same thing is not in village. And increasing income inequality is a big problem that we are having. Like top 1% of people in India, they hold around the 40% of the total wealth, and bottom 50% hold around just 5 to 10%. It shows that how rich is becoming richer and poor is remaining poor and becoming even more poor. So this inequality, this poverty is leading the people to migrate to their original position, because they are not able to continue their living their life there. So they want to explore the new places so that they can have at least some more opportunity to work and to earn. Now shifting toward the third reason behind the migration that is happening, that is because of a war, that is because of the conflict. If we go back and see the things in history, be it Afghanistan war, be it any war all over the world, Vietnam war, so India China partition that took place, disintegration of the Soviet Union that took place, various war in the West Asia, outcome of all the war and conflict is same, and one of which is migration. The people go to the different places they got migrated. Taking most recently example, we know that Israel Hamas war is going. In Hamas in Palestine, there are more than 2 million people who are displaced, and in Russia-Ukraine war, there are the 2 million internal displacement and 4 million, around 4 million external displacement they took place, where the people migrated to the some other European countries. In Afghanistan, there was a huge amount of the migration took place, around the 6 lakh people migrated. Most recently, we know how in Bangladesh, because of the political turmoil, many Hindu, they are facing a lot of attack and they are moving toward India, and we have seen along the border how there was a huge number of the Bangladeshi Hindu, they were somehow trying to get in our land. And above that, best example is the Myanmar. There are around 3.4 million people who got displaced or migrated in Myanmar due to the military coup, due to the military conflict that is going along with the climate change, out of which around 40% of the children, children, women, old people, they are the one who suffer a lot because of be it climate change, be it conflict, be it migrations, be it displacement. So this is a very shocking data. And apart from that, around the 8 lakh of which are they went to the Bangladesh, they are staying there, some are staying in India, some are in northeast state of India, but majority of the Rohingya refugees who fled from the Myanmar, they are staying in Bangladesh. So this is a classic example. And if you go dive little big back into the history, then we are in the Syria war, where more than 11 million people got internally migrated. And in Democratic Republic of Congo, there are around 6 million people who got migrated. It is very well said that data speak the volume. This data is clearly showing that how the war, conflict, issue, it is causing a huge amount of the migrations. And in our case, we are having the partition that took place in the year 1947. At that time, many people got displaced. Some went to the Pakistan, some come to here, and this displacement caused lots of havoc in the region. And definitely, people always remember the bad memory. This was one of the bad memory in the Indian history. So in conclusion, I want to say migration is a big problem. We need to tackle it. How we can tackle it? Following the Buddhism doctrine. This is a statement that our defense ministers today gave in news, that to end the war, we need to follow the Buddhist doctrine, under which peacefully coexistence, peacefully resolution of all the issues, conflict, dialogue is something that will help us to come to the common conclusion and will ensure that we all coexist. So we have to do this, otherwise migration in coming time, as per data, as per the estimate, it is going to be touching sky, as I have already gave complete data that how it is going to be negatively impact and how much migration in future is going to be happen there. Thank you.